With that single inflammatory tweet, Roseanne's rising star imploded today. Within hours, the highly anticipated return of one of TV's most beloved shows, Roseanne, canceled, and Roseanne Barr effectively banished from Hollywood for this racist tweet. Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby equals VJ. The VJ referred to is Valerie Jarrett, the former advisor to President Obama. Barr deleted the tweet and tweeted an apology to Jarrett, saying in part, "Forgive me, my joke was in bad taste." Almost no one thought it was funny. Within hours, ABC pulled the plug on the show, saying Roseanne's Twitter statement is abhorrent, repugnant, and inconsistent with our values, and we've decided to cancel her show. Bob Iger, CEO of ABC's parent company Disney, adding, "There was only one thing to do here, and that was the right thing."
Racism isn't politically correct. I don't think this is a joke. I think this is actually a racist tweet, and it needs to be dealt with as such.
Valerie Jarrett, the target of Roseanne's tweet today, said Iger reached out and apologized before making the news public. She addressed the controversy tonight on MSNBC's Town Hall on Racism.
Well, first of all, I think we have to turn it into a teaching moment. I'm fine. I'm worried about all the people out there who don't have a circle of friends and followers who come right to their defense.
When you first heard about the tweets, what did you think?
I honestly did not think ABC would cancel the show. I thought that they would bide their time, put out some statements, pull the show from rotation.
Later today, Hulu and Viacom following suit, pulling past episodes of the comedy from their platforms. That included its first run in the 80s and 90s. Then her agency, ICM, dropping her, saying she violated our core values. It's a shocking end to the #1 show on TV, whose premiere in March grabbed 27 million pairs of eyeballs. A show that the network, the cast, and many Americans had so much hope for.
I'm on my way to the set of the Roseanne show for the Roseanne show reboot. It's been 20 years.
I'm so happy to see you.
It's pretty amazing. It's very exciting, but it's very emotionally overwhelming.
This is one of the biggest stories of the year in television now. Roseanne already was huge. It was #1. It came on like a freight train, huge in the ratings, making a lot of money for ABC. For them to so swiftly cancel this show, they're going to take a hit.
A show made for this moment. Roseanne's TV family, the Connors, just like any family, complicated, funny, and politically diverse. On the liberal left side of the family tree, Roseanne's sister, Jackie.
What's up, deplorable?
And on the conservative side, it was Dan and Roseanne, the politically incorrect heads of the family.
Thank you for making America great again.
Their roles resonated with middle America, with some of the highest numbers of viewers in cities like Tulsa, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh. We spent time with ABC News contributor and conservative pollster Frank Luntz, who brought together a mix of Democrats and Republicans in a focus group to see if Roseanne would bring the room together or drive them apart.
What is it about the current political environment that makes Roseanne so powerful?
Gives Donald Trump voters a voice that is not normally seen in pop culture these days.
But the Democrats like the show as much, if not more, than the Republicans.
I don't find it offensive with the jokes. I feel like it's a good balance.
It's having a family that's having a very blunt dialogue with each other, whereas people among friends are not having blunt dialogues. Somebody just asked me recently, why don't you want to talk about it? And I said, because I don't want to argue with you.
Dad, will you tell her how stupid she's being?
That's never worked out for me.
Damn!
The Connor family's return on March 27th was the highest-rated comedy episode on any network in almost 4 years.
It was far beyond any other news show. All the shows that you think of as the biggest shows in television, Roseanne was bigger than that.
That wouldn't be the Gina, would it?
The show had a history of pushing boundaries since its debut in 1988. Race was no exception. Like the time the Connors' son, DJ, says he doesn't want to kiss the black girl in his school play.
I don't want to kiss Gina.
Hey, tough, you're doing it.
I hate you.
Well, fine, you don't have to kiss me.
In the reboot,
Granny Rose!
DJ ends up married to that girl. Barr's entire career was built on raising eyebrows, beginning with her stand-up act in the 1980s, which took a frank look at family life.
And this is her very first appearance on national television. Would you welcome Roseanne Barr? Roseanne?
She got her big break on The Tonight Show.
I hate that word, housewife. I prefer to be called domestic goddess.
And the national exposure eventually led to her own sitcom. In real life, Roseanne Barr isn't all that different from Roseanne Connor. Both speak their minds, and both are Trump supporters.
Have you looked at the news? Because now things are worse. Not on the real news.
The president capitalizing on her popularity, even reaching out to congratulate her on the success of her new show.
Even look at Roseanne. I called her yesterday. Look at her ratings. Look at her ratings.
Everyone saw Roseanne Barr and Roseanne Connor as pretty much the same person because they were both Trump supporters. The difference was Roseanne Connor mostly kept it in, whereas Roseanne Barr was screaming about it every day on social media, in every interview, and it was clouding the entire show.
Where TV Roseanne left her controversial words behind on the soundstage, the real Roseanne documented hers on social media.
If you go through her Twitter feed after 2013, you see that it wasn't as much as a one-off as much as a snapshot.
In a now deleted tweet from 2013, Roseanne said this about another African-American woman in the Obama administration. Susan Rice is a man with big swinging ape balls.
The reality is that Roseanne's history with these sort of remarks in regards to African-Americans had already been documented, and yet the network decided to reboot her show anyway. Maybe perhaps they thought she had changed. Maybe perhaps they thought that it was just a one-off and that she wouldn't do anything that offensive.
Barr also retweeted far-right conspiracy theories, as well as a host of other offensive comments.
So the thing that might have saved the show is if Roseanne Barr had acted a little bit more like Roseanne Connor.
Yeah, Roseanne Barr has been very controversial over the years, but people managed to look past that to a certain degree until now.
Have you ever scrolled through her Twitter feed?
I have. There's a lot of conspiracy theories. There's a lot of nastiness. It's really too bad because a lot of people now are out of work who really depended on this job. And it's unfortunate that tweets and social media killed this show in the end.
And the reaction came swiftly from those working on the show. Comedian Wanda Sykes, a consulting producer for the series, quitting this morning even before the show was officially canned. Actor Michael Fishman saying he condemns these statements vehemently, calling today one of the hardest in his life, adding he's devastated for all those who poured their hearts and souls into the show. Executive producer and actress Sarah Gilbert calling the news sad and difficult, adding they've created a show separate and apart from the opinions and words of one cast member. And tonight, Roseanne apologizing to the show's cast and crew, but it would be too late. ABC is replacing Roseanne with The Middle in the Tuesday 8 p.m. slot. The message is clear, even for network TV comedy icons. There is a line.
When do we stop laughing at things that really aren't funny? When do we start laughing at things that are racist and continue to sow seeds of dissent with each other?
Can they do a spin-off? What happens to the cast and crew?
This was ultimately a nice revisit, but I think ABC's probably thinking at this point, they came back, they had their run, they got great ratings, and this is it.
For Nightline, I'm Matt Gutman in Los Angeles.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.